Welcome back, everybody. Today we're at CES 2025, and we're looking at a product that I demoed this thing, and it blew my mind. I've seen this before in the past, and it's even better now than I remember. It's really exciting. So, a company called Brane Audio, and they have developed some technology for audio that they have applied into a small portable speaker that is outstanding. So, Joe, if you could let everybody know who you are and just what the brand is.
Sure. My name's Joe Pinkerton. I'm a co-founder, CEO of Brane Audio.
Awesome.
And really, at the heart of what we've done is we're the first company to put a true subwoofer in a mobile speaker.
Right on. And this is a true subwoofer. There is a 8-inch. What is it, like a 6x9 oval?
Yeah, 6x9 oval. Yep.
Okay, right on. So for all of you folks from car audio, the world of the past, imagine the 6x9, but then completely redesigned with technology that brings it into the current. Well, it's almost future state technology because everybody else does it because it's patented, right?
That's right.
Okay, so I think maybe to kick things off after the break, we will take a look at the product, and then I would love to hear a little bit about the technology inside of it and how you can make this magic, because it is magic.
Before we get started, if you're into tech, hi-fi, or movies, be sure to push the subscribe button for new weekly videos.
Okay, this is Brane X. It's our first product, and it's the first mobile speaker with a true subwoofer. It is fully waterproof. It'll run for 12 hours on battery. It's got Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, AirPlay 2, Amazon Alexa, Spotify Connect. You can connect up to 8 of them on Wi-Fi, either in left-right stereo pairs or in party mode. But the main thing is the sound. No one else can produce subwoofer notes in a mobile speaker. Inside of the Brane X is our proprietary driver, the Repel Attract driver, which gives us roughly a factor of 10 advantage in the subwoofer range relative to everyone else. I'd like to show you how that works. All right, we made a clear version of the Brane X so you could see what's going on. First and foremost is our rad driver, which comes out the bottom here. But an indirect benefit of the rad is that it only takes about 1/3 of the volume of the speaker, and we dedicate another 1/3 of the volume to the mid-range and dome tweeter, so you get full stereo. All right, I'm going to tell you how rad works. I'm going to begin with a typical 8-inch subwoofer, which happens to weigh about 5 times as much as the rad. This is a voice coil that drives a typical subwoofer. It's been the same for about 100 years. And the problem with subwoofers is that with subwoofer notes, you've got to move so much air. In a sealed cabinet, you've got to compress air and you've got to draw a vacuum. And just overcoming those pressure changes draws about 95% of the power in a typical subwoofer. And so what we did was we replaced some of the voice coil with these small but powerful permanent magnets. And we make these permanent magnets do all of the work of compression and all of the work of expansion. If you look at the pressure curve as you're compressing it, it goes up like this. The magnetic force is equal and opposite, and they combine to 0. So it's as if our driver is just operating in open air. That allows us to shrink the size of the cabinet by a factor of 10 and also reduce the power draw by a factor of 10. And you need both factors of 10 to create killer subwoofer notes and something that will run for 12 hours. Another element of rad is that unlike traditional drivers, we have a proprietary optical position sensor that allows us to know where the moving element is at all times. And so what we do is we get the panel near the center and we close an active feedback loop to keep it perfectly in the center. Because with the magnetic force, it either wants to be all the way out or all the way in. And you've got to control that. But once it's in the center, it requires almost no power at all to keep it in the center. And then we layer on the music on top of that control. And that's how it works. In this model, we took out some of the magnets so I could even move this, because normally the force is so strong you cannot move it with your hands. And so when we turn the speaker on, we need a way to get the panel in the center. If we tried to do it with just the voice coil, it would require a few thousand watts, and in a mobile speaker you just don't have that. So what we do is we use a little air pump to, when you turn the speaker on, to pressurize the entire cabinet, and that pushes the panel down toward the center. And then when we see that it's almost at the center, we close the feedback loop and we keep it in the center with the voice coil. Originally, we had developed an electrostatic membrane speaker, and that's the genesis of the name Brane. Brane is short for membrane. And we took that speaker to South by Southwest in Austin in 2020, and of course that all got canceled because of COVID. And so we had nothing to do during COVID, and so what we did was made hundreds of prototypes to develop the RAD. The first 100 didn't work, but we kept on going, and we finally got it to work. Even though the speaker has the innovative RAD technology, it also has everything else that everybody else has that people like, which is it's completely waterproof. It's got an IP57 rating. You can literally put it underwater for half an hour if you want to. It's got full stereo, left-right stereo, dome tweeters. It's got AirPlay, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, Spotify Connect. You can connect these in parallel, left-right stereo pairs or party mode. So it's really got everything that you want in a mobile speaker, but it's got something no one else has, which is RAD.
So it's really nice to understand the technology inside of the speaker, but where the rubber meets the road is in your ears, right? And one thing that I think is really, really outstanding, and I really suggest that everyone find a way to do this, is to listen to this speaker compared to the competition, right? So these are all, so the MSRP on this is, you said $499, and so these speakers are all within 10 or 15% of that cost, right?
That's right.
And what do we have? We got JBL, Bose, Sonos, and what was this guy again?
Ultimate Ears Hyperboom.
The Hyperboom. The only problem is that it doesn't hyperboom like the Brane does. So, you know, we listened to these back to back, same track, pretty closely volume matched, and the low end reproduction on the Brane was, I don't know, 15 decibels more, 20 decibels, I mean, a lot, right? It was significantly better with fairly low extension too, down into the between
mid-20s.
20 and 30s, yeah, mid-20s, which is outstanding. I mean, on a speaker of this size with this volume, it is ridiculously good, right? So, you know, kudos for that. I was very, very impressed, and I'm thinking back, and you know, I don't like to make blanket statements, but I don't know that I've heard another portable speaker of this size that has the same kind of sonic fidelity this does. Now, I've heard some, you know, like really big units that can do this kind of thing, but nothing of this size. So kudos for that. It's really outstanding.
Thank you.
One thing I want to cover off on is, who is the customer for this speaker, right? So who did you make this for?
It's really for people, younger people, maybe they're in their 20s or 30s. They've just got their first house or apartment, and they want one system that will do it all.
Right on.
They can move it around the house. They can use it as a sound bar. They can use it in the kitchen as a smart speaker. It's just their audio system.
Right on. Now, and it's also portable, right? So there's battery here, so you can take it. So what I like about this is, I still like to picnic occasionally, right? And I like to have a little bit of music, and I want it to be good, but I don't want some huge thing. So this is perfect, right? Throw it in your car, you're charged up, and battery hour, lifetime?
12 hours.
12. Okay, that's longer than I can eat, so that's perfect. All right, so if you found this impressive, like I have, and you have more questions, where do people go?
braneaudio.com, B-R-A-N-E, audio.
Because of membrane.
That's right.
Okay, you got so.
Go there, you can learn all about it. You can see all the press we received, which is extraordinary. And then if you want to buy one, you can buy one there. You can buy one on Amazon. Those are really the two main channels.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate the story and the information. Everybody out there, if you like this video, there'll be another one down in the corner. Give that one a click. I think you'll like it too. Also, like, subscribe, ring the bell, do all those things, and I'll see you in the next video.